What's going on, guys? I'm Dan, I'm from Team Enigma, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to blow O-rings.
I'm coming straight out of Brighton. A crazy motherfucker named Wizzy. Sirens in the city like I'm rolling around with Dizzy. You was in the basement with a pitch and getting picky. I was in the basement with a couple apes, I'm getting sticky. Ooh, making a brother go high pitch. What are these men are telling me that when I get on the mic it's a high pitch?
So basically, how O-rings work is just from the shape of your mouth, and then it's a simple cough. But before I actually get into teaching you how to do it, what I'm going to recommend is, if you're starting off to do them, say if you have a mech mod or something like that, that's what I would recommend to be using when you're doing vape tricks. But if you're just starting to do, if you're just starting into vaping and you're either using something like I ain't got one here, but like an ego stick, or even a box mod, like a low power box mod, like a 60 watt, 30 watt, 50 watt, even 80 watt box mod or something, and you're vaping on tanks, then what I would recommend is not a really low wattage, but I would say kind of a low wattage, just to try and get used to it. If you're not used to blowing like huge amounts of vapor and stuff like that, I would say cut it down just a little bit, just so you can start practicing to do O-rings, because you're only gonna want to practice doing a couple at a time. You're not gonna want to start like spraying O-rings and stuff like that. So you just want to be able to do either one or two here and there, just to practice as well. But anyway, I'll get into it. But you don't want to have too much vapor when you're doing O-rings, as it can make you cough, and you can kind of choke on O-rings. You can choke on the vapor itself, and that wouldn't really work that well. So I'm going to show you today. At the moment, I'm got a thing attached to my mod. At the moment, I'm using my mech mod, which is why I already said I recommend when you're doing vape tricks and O-rings and a bunch of other stuff like that, is a mech mod is the way to go, because it's just nice and small. It's just easy to carry around with. This is a 24mm, it's an optic with the Kennedy 24mm. I'm just going to get into the basic steps of how to actually blow O-rings. So if I just grab my e-liquid here, just make sure I've got some e-liquid on there. Now, first thing you want to do is, like I said, set your wattage and everything like that, just so you get a good enough amount of vapor, but not too much. But first thing you want to do is try and get your mouth position right. Now, what I would say before you actually start to blow O-rings is try and like either look in a mirror or even on like the phone camera, like a selfie camera, and just look at yourself. Try and get your mouth into an O shape sort of thing, like something like that. Like try and get it to that, and then just keep trying to do that so you can actually get your mouth straight away like that, if you know what I mean. It's kind of hard to explain it, but you just want to get your mouth into that O shape like this. So yeah, I would say just look in the mirror or something like that, just try and practice, and then bring it on to when you actually start to vape. So when you start to vape, and you want to blow an O-ring, what you want to do is you just want to get like a little bit of a cough at the back of your throat. So you want to do that face, and then you want to get a little bit of a cough at the back of your throat. So hopefully the microphone will be able to pick it up, but if you can hear that, I did a little bit too hard, but you want something very, very similar to that. You just want a quiet sort of cough at the back of your throat, not too loud. So I would recommend just sitting there and just practice coughing as well, now and again, and then bring it on to vaping, just so you make sure you don't end up coughing or something, because that can be a little bit nasty. But once you get them sort of things going, you just want to practice different mouth shapes, different coughs, like different strength coughs. If you're just puffing out vapor, like if you're just doing this, so if you're just doing stuff like that, then I would recommend coughing a little bit lighter. But if you end up coughing too light, it will end up like this. So you don't want to do something like that. You want to try and get sort of thing in the middle. So just practice different coughs until you can actually get an O-ring to actually come out. Even if you're doing it lightly, you can still get an O-ring, but all you notice is it will end up wafting away. And when people normally want to do O-rings, they want to do it so it like shoots off like this. So they want to get distance on it. That's what they want to try and do. But yeah, that still just comes in practice. It is going to take a while to be able to do O-rings, but there are different techniques as well as doing it. There's some way you click your jaw, so you go. I can't do it unless I'm vaping, but you want to kind of maybe click your jaw, maybe try that way. You click your jaw just as you cough, so you go. Like that. Hopefully you can hear that. So I'd say practice like that as well. Practice different ways. Other people practice like doing this. I can't do that personally, so I'm not going to teach you how to do that. But it just comes all into practice. It may take you a few weeks. It could even take you a couple months. But if you keep practicing over and over again, you will be able to get it, and then you'll be able to blow O-rings. It just comes in time. That's it. And I'll just give you a demonstration now of what I can do now. And I'm hopefully going to be able to try and help you get to the stage where you can start doing vape tricks, start bending them, do jellyfishes, all stuff like that, if that's what you want to do, or if you just want to blow O-rings. Hopefully this video will be able to help you out. So as you see there, I'll just keep this. You want to just keep the mouth shape just like that, just round, and you just want to try and get a consistent cough as well. Now, when you actually manage to be able to actually get an O-ring done, and if you want to get more consistent, what I'd recommend is finding a program or something, or even something on YouTube probably. You can probably find it where it just has like kicks, like with music. Different BPM, like, you know, a house kick is just a simple 4-beat pattern. I would say practice try and blow an O-ring on each of the kicks or each of the snares or anything like that. Just like practice doing it to music, and that will help you get more consistent. That's what's helped me. Like what I used to do is I make music, so I use a program called Fruity Loops FL Studio 12. What I did was I set up a simple 4-bar pattern, and then or an 8-bar pattern, just of kicks, and I started off at a low BPM, so I started off around, I'd say probably 80 or 90 BPM, and then I'd bring it up to about 110, 120, 140, 150, and I would try and hit it every single time the kick hits. I would just practice and practice and practice on that, and that gave me more consistent O-rings. But obviously you want to be able to do an O-ring first, so if you just take all them steps into consideration, and just keep practicing, because at the end of the day you're not going to be able to get it straight away. Some people have managed to kind of get something straight away, but not of what they wanted. So it will just come to you in a week, and when you start doing it more, it'll just become natural for you. It'll become very, very natural. Try not to overthink about it as well, so don't try and overthink, like thinking, oh, I'm going to blow an O-ring right now, so you just go ahead and do it like with all the confidence behind you. Just don't do something like that, because you're overthinking, and you just end up mucking it up, and you probably end up mucking up what you've learnt. And so you just want to practice. You just want to simply just sit there, have a vape, and just at the end of like blowing vapor or whatever, just try and blow an O-ring at the very end. Just do it. Just like do it like freely like this. Let's go. Just like that. Just do that. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself, and do not overthink about it. And just try and get your mouth position right, and try and get your coughs right, because that is pretty much all it is. Another thing I do is I push my tongue down to the bottom of my mouth. That's just something I do personally, but if that helps you, that helps you. So but I think I've covered everything. I'm not really good at explaining things, but hopefully this did help you. So hopefully I'll be able to see you into the next video of where I actually maybe teach you how to bend O-rings, and also maybe another video where I teach you how to do jellyfishes as well. But just keep practicing. Like I said, it's going to take a couple weeks, maybe a couple months to actually manage to do an O-ring. Just keep practicing, and you'll be able to get it at the end of the day. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to hit that like button, remember to hit subscribe as well, remember to subscribe to Enigma Vapours. This was Dan, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.